What is up, guys? It's Amir from Panelfly here, and today we're going to be breaking down the new Jujutsu Kaisen episode, season 3, episode 52. It was a pretty good one. I liked it, Um, the ending was really cool. I don't know what's been up with JJK, but I sort of just been doing like random stuff, just throwing random things in there. It just kind of feels random, at least. Granted, I should have probably rewatched every season back to back because it's been a minute since I've seen season 1 and 2. But I don't know. It just kind of some things feel random. Writing doesn't feel the greatest. The ending was pretty good. Writing, dialogue, character development, like the characters. I thought it was pretty good, but it's just like so inconsistent on what's happening. It's kind of weird. But nevertheless, again, I watched JJK for the great animation and action. But man, it's sometimes just so hard to follow the story, so hard to follow the characters. It's just so hard. But you know, it's we're doing the best we can do here. So I'm gonna try and give my best breakdown. But before I do, guys, if you've been liking my content, please just hit that little thumbs up button. Literally, all you have to do is hit it, just tap it. It really helps the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that button that says subscribe. That's all you got to do. And I would appreciate it if you commented. I'll answer your comments. I would love to, just kind of know what you guys think. Kind of know what content you want to see. If you have any cool ideas or anything, and just in general, just would love to hear from you. And you know, I'm also going to be doing. I bought a bunch of comics. I'm going to catch up. So I'm going to try and do, like I said, the Exquisite Corpses. Definitely the new Lost Fantasy. I was even thinking about doing like Absolute and things like that, but there's a lot of YouTubers that do that. So I'm not too sure. We'll see, but maybe just other comics too that I'm reading. Like I know I got the new Heavy Metal. I've got the Speed Racer, even though I'm not really caught up with that. Um, Other stuff I was gonna do it in this video, but honestly, I just haven't read it yet. It's literally sitting on my island over there. And sorry if you hear my washing machine in the background. I decided to do laundry right now, which I don't ask me why. You know, no idea as to why I did that. But anyways, let us go ahead and get into the breakdown. Oh, also, I got some cool, exciting news that I can't really share right now. It's more about the comic stuff. Well, potentially cool, exciting. We'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic. Want to make sure the audio is good. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me share the screen. Hopefully, I don't have a bunch of issues like I did last time. Jeez. Um, okay, cool. Let's get into it.
公的な呪骸は他の双術よ。上は今貴様を時に
So we start off with our boy. Oh man, I just forgot his name. I think he's a principal. Principal, like, is it Yagi? I forgot his name, but anyways, he his cursed technique is that he can animate objects with cursed energy, but they can also sustain that cursed energy. So they're not like animated and surviving off of his cursed energy. They can actually sustain their own cursed energy. Essentially, they're sentient, and they're like basically damn near alive with cursed energy. And the reason why that is so dangerous is because he can basically create armies with that technique. So he actually has an OP curse technique. And it's just kind of weird though, because again, with the writing, it's like, dude, he just came out of nowhere. Like, I honestly barely understand why they even brought him up. I'm assuming either his technique is going to come into play or they just wanted to reintroduce Panda again, which they'll do. Which again, that confuses me too. It's like he just like I don't know disappeared at the end of season two. Again, it's been a minute since I've watched it, so I should go rewatch it. But either way, it just feels random. Like what? What are we doing here? And so basically, they want to understand his technique and how he does it. And if not, or either or, they want to kill him. Jujutsu High, which makes no sense too because he's a principal, and I'm just so confused, and I'm so confused as to why they brought him in just randomly. I'm guessing just to introduce Panda. It's just so confusing. I do not get it. It is so weird.
停し無期限拘束を正式に下そう
They're
としてい
sentencing
る
him to prison. There's
貴
Panda.
様がも はい
僕言ってやったんだ。
They're just questioning him, and now he's going off on a little sidetrack about with his animate characters. It's just kind of weird, to be honest. And like, there's really nothing to go over. Honestly, I just explained it all. Gojo was basically covering for him, and now that he's in prison, obviously in his little whatever his box, they're coming after him. It just kind of feels random and weird. Doesn't really feel like it pertains to the story that's happening in the Culling games. I could be mistaken for some reason, but it just
長
feels
い出
random.
張だ大丈
正道がいないと寂しいぜ。
の人には恩があんだよ。話ですよね。
Honestly, don't really know what's going on here. He reanimated some. I think they're just trying to explain how his technique works a little bit. He reanimated someone that died into a puppet, essentially, and they're trying to say like it's not him. It's just like it's his thoughts and memories. Kind of like the same story for the AIs in Alien Earth, but it's just like I have no idea how this pertains to what the hell's going on. I'm honestly just going to skip this part. I pretty much explained it. Again, I think it's just to introduce Panda again because we're going to see Panda. I really don't get it, honestly. And so here, this is where they come after him. I guess Jujutsu High sends some random killer. I don't know who the killer is. I think he might be a principal too. I'm not too sure. So I don't think he's necessarily a bad guy. I mean, I think he works for Jujutsu High, but I just don't understand the dynamic. I am a bit confused about this. So sorry about this breakdown. It is a bit confusing because he works for Jujutsu High, but Jujutsu High is trying to kill him, and he's a principal, and I'm really like confused about it. It just came out of left field, came out of nowhere. Don't know why.
夫全自立
And
な
I'm
た
not
人
trying to be
口
negative. Like it's just literally freaking random, like freaking random. But this is the dude who's kill him, and they don't even show the action. He just pretty much ends up dying, and then he tells this guy the secret to his curse technique. And I mean, honestly, I really don't get it personally. And then Panda comes out of nowhere and just starts crying and whatnot. And then it goes to the intro. So they did that for the intro again. Just to probably introduce Panda. I have no freaking idea. So now we go to Yuji and oh god, not Megumi. Not Megumi. What's his name? I forgot his name. Whatever. You know who this guy
八
is.
条の秘密に抵触
But
してる。
anyways, so they're off to recruit, I believe, Hakari, because he has basically he's the same level badassery, a sorcerer grade as Yuta. This is the guy that Yuta said, "Oh, he's better than me." And they've mentioned him once in season 1. He's like a third year sorcerer at Jujutsu High, which is so confusing because he runs this fight club, and they literally take it straight out of Fight Club. They say first rule, don't talk about Fight Club, this and that. But he runs this fight club, and it's with sorcerers, but they don't use their curse technique because the people watching are humans and they wouldn't be able to see the fight, so he would make no money. It wouldn't be a good fight. But this is a fight club obviously is illegal in for humanity. I mean, unless it's regulated like the UFC or something. But then it's also illegal in Jujutsu Kaisen, just because sorcerers can't show who they are to humans and stuff like that. But Jujutsu High knows about this. They don't kick him out. I mean, I guess because he's in certain level of badassery like Yuta. It's basically like him, Yuta, and Goji. God, not Goji. Bro, why am I so bad with names? It is absolutely crazy. Gojo. Basically, they're all the same level apparently, and they're gonna introduce him. But anyways, they know he runs this fight club. They know it's illegal, and they're like scared to confront him. So they're gonna basically disguise themselves as non-jujitsu high people to get into the fight club and fight. And we're gonna see pandas in there, all to basically recruit him. Hakari, I think his name is, for the calling game. It's kind of weird. Jujutsu Kaisen just throws shit from left to left field. It's just so weird. So they are basically coming up with their plan to sneak in and join the fight club. Because remember, this is what they're doing. Maki was going to go to the Zenin clan to get the cursed tools. She just ended up wiping out the Zenin clan. And then they are going to recruit this sorcerer. So let's get into it. So they're just basically disguising themselves, trying to come up with lies to tell the bodyguards so they can get into the fight club. That is pretty much what they're doing. So this is what they're doing. They're talking to the boss, who's the guy they're trying to recruit, and they're trying to join this fight club. I mean, really, that is it. Nothing crazy happens in this episode except for the end. They're going to set up the next episode. But anyways, this is really all they're doing. So Megumi and God damn it, is it Megumi or is that the other guy? Anyways, and Yuta. So anyways, this guy is laying down the rules essentially, and Yuji's trying to ask questions about the boss, that they don't use their curse techniques in the fight and things like that. It's just, I don't know. Just give me the action. Who the hell is watching JJK for anything but the action and the animation? So that when you don't have an episode with action, it literally makes no freaking sense. And you could say there's a little bit of action, but there's really not. Because as we're going to see, Yuji's about to get in a fake fight. Yeah, this guy's just explaining the business. They'll have people fight, and then the good ones will go on to become scripted fighters like wrestlers, essentially. And so that's what they're doing. And then see that Panda has tried to infiltrate them already to recruit the boss for the calling games. I believe his name is Hakari, but he's had no success, which honestly just doesn't even really make sense either. And so Yuji has to come in and do it, who's the worst liar of them all. And they literally say that and make the joke in the episode. It is just so bizarre to me. Anyways, we're back with Panda and this and whatnot. So that's what's happening here. This is the boss. They introduced him. You don't really see his face this episode at all, really, to be honest. So they're going to fake this fight. They're talking about the plan of how to get to the boss and all that. I mean, honestly, literally, like they're just faking the shows. Just like tapping each other. Tap, tap, tap. It's all fake. Tap, tap, tap. Yuji wins. And then basically the boss, this is the boss. This is his girl. I think she's forgot her name, Kikuru or something like that. She's a third-year student. I think she's pretty strong. Her power is like manipulating space. And I believe they say in the show she's basically tranny too. Don't care what you're into, whatever. But anyways, just putting that out there. So she's basically strong and he's basically strong, but I think he's obviously stronger because he's the same power level as Yuta, essentially.
後で警備にキララも出す。いい
Her name's
感じに
Kira
ざ
now.
わつくぜ。
But anyways, they don't really show his face.
屋上
And they're basically talking about Kirira's power,
男だよ。
Panda,
それっ
and
てキララ
what do I want to say? Megami, I forgot. But anyways, and they're just talking about the plan and how Yuji is literally bad at lying, but he's the one that's going to do the
さん
job.
がモニタールームにいる時だけ
厳しい。
Like literally, that's what happened in this episode. So
図式ですね
really.
なんか嬉しそうっすね
So now he's getting introduced to the boss.
緊張
あることをするだけで
And
結集
so here's the boss. Sorry if you can hear my washer machine. Like I said, I chose to do laundry. I don't know why I did, but chose to do laundry right now. But we're getting towards the end of the episode here. Anyways, so he basically just talks about how he is addicted to passion and like being like a gambler, not just gambling sense and making money for casinos. He does do that too, but in the sense of taking risk in life and being passionate and making money. And basically he's trying to avoid Jujutsu Kaisen. And so Jujutsu High. And so Yuji is trying to show that he's not with them. And he basically ends up making a mistake. And then he realizes he's with Jujutsu High.
100万円に
Which shows he too.
信じるか。
Like the boss is literally a third year at Jujutsu High. It just makes no sense. I don't get it. Anyways,
金を
so
手
they're
に
just gonna have this conversation, and they do it like
こ
this.
こで
Like,
人
this
生
is the
変えてやろう
conversation.
って
It's kind of cool how they did this, and the dialogue isn't bad.
熱に浮かされて
The animation isn't bad generally, obviously besides his face, but they're trying to hide his face. It's actually not bad, this part, but nothing really happens in this episode. Literally everything I've explained is what happens. I know it sounds weird, but it is true.
人は判断を誤
So
る。
they just have this conversation about like
賭け
passion,
事を
taking
嫌悪
risks
し
in
た
life.
いのさ。ギャンブルは
Like
武士。
literally.
期待
どうもと
And
相談が全未成年
気にする
then his phone rings, and that's Kikara. And basically, that's a sign to show that something's wrong, essentially. Yuji doesn't know that yet. And now he does a test
タイ
on
プには見
Yuji.
えねえな。
He asks about Satoru Gojo. And Yuji says, "Oh, I don't know who that is. Who's that?" And this guy's like, "Every sorcerer knows Gojo. Who are you? You're Jujutsu High, aren't you?" And then they kind of get into it, and I think they're going to set up a fight next
五条
episode.
悟を
And
知
then
ら
they're
ない
going
術師
to,
が
I'm
い
pretty
る
sure
か
they're
ら
going to recruit him.
なん
So, I mean, that was really it, honestly. Go watch the episode. Nothing crazy. But I think they're going to set up the next episode for a pretty good fight. So with that, guys, that's pretty much the video. If you can please like, subscribe, comment below your thoughts. Again, I'm going to try and do some more videos. I'm going to definitely do a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And we'll go from there, guys. We'll see you in the next one.